the early films were made 30 years ago. The technology that we had was completely different then, and technology is a big part of it. So that kind of dictated a certain kind of look to the animation. I mean, I used to make films over 2-3 years, maybe even 4 years. Now I make them in 3 months. My style was changing because of the digital technology, but they were still films which were more personal, and I was able to be more playful with the technique and be more experimental. The last 3 films that I showed are all commissioned films with a very kind of strict concept and narrative, and it's not possible or appropriate to be very playful with a film about Guantanamo Bay. So it's contrasting violence with boredom, I guess. That's what their lives swing from two extremes, sort of, yeah, oppression and violence, and on the other hand, boredom and despair. I don't want to put anything into the film that hasn't got a reason I can't justify doing it with animation. You can give an impression of some kind of sense of reality without having to say, this is actually what's happening. Once you've established that you're giving an impression of reality, not showing reality, then you can add to it, you can enhance. It gives us a lot more freedom. With animated documentary, you can remove information that is not helpful to the viewer. It's certainly still a documentary, but I think the important thing is to stay true to the message. The thing that the point that you want to say, that the man with the beautiful eyes is very different from all the other films that I've made, and the reason is because this is not my story. It's an adaptation of a poem by Charles Bukowski. It was a collaboration, so I worked with a designer, illustrator called Johnny Hanna, he designed the look of the film. We worked together on the storyboard, and obviously we used Charles Bukowski's words, and Peter Blegvad read the voiceover. So I animated it, I created the sound design, but I didn't really create the look of the film. I didn't create the story. It's been fantastic to be here for the 10th birthday of Animateka, and I hope that it's going to be here for another 10 years at least, maybe another 100 years, who knows, even more. But it seems like I'm only 2 days into the festival. It seems like a fantastic festival, and I want to keep coming in the future.